Hi, I'm Chris Johnston from Work Visa Lawyers, and welcome to our immigration law updates for the month. Today I'm going to be talking about skill select numbers, global talent visas, family visas, the agricultural visa, and international students. But first, a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed and liked our videos. We've now well over 20,000 followers, and we're so pleased so many of you find our videos helpful. If you have a question, please pop it below and we'll get back to you as best we can. The Joint Standing Committee on Migration has submitted its final report to the Australian Skilled Migration Program, and a number of recommendations have been made. These include providing a pathway to permanent residency for short-term skilled occupation list applicants, longer graduate visas and more flexible work experience requirements for graduates, more incentives for employers to sponsor migrants, and faster processing times for visa applications. We hope to see these translate to policy changes before the end of the year. We're making a separate video to look at when the Australian borders are likely to open, so make sure you subscribe to get notified when it's live. General skilled migration. In the July Skill Select round, 500 189 visas and 250 491 visas were issued. This is a small amount. Victoria has completed the first invitation round of the financial year, and 170 invitations were issued. The health sector is featuring strongly, representing 38% of those offers. Applicants who received an invitation had 90 or higher expression of interest points. Western Australia has now applied a cap to invitations they will grant each occupation per round to ensure an even spread of professions. This state has also requested that the federal government grant them an additional 5,000 skilled migrants from other states as they struggle to fill a number of occupations. New South Wales continues to keep its borders closed as COVID lockdown continues and is now accepting onshore applicants by nominations only. Only applicants for regional New South Wales are currently being considered. South Australia, Tasmania, and the NT are now open for offshore visa applications, but only with a select range of occupations. In the last few months, we've seen the expansion of the priority migration skilled occupation list to include pharmacists, accountants, nurses, and engineers. The processing priority is now very much focused on critical sectors like healthcare and building. We understand how frustrating this is for applicants who don't fit into one of these critical occupations. We can't all be doctors and engineers. If you are in Hong Kong, you might be in luck. The Department of Home Affairs has announced to give priority processing to skilled applicants from Hong Kong. This includes general skilled migration visas 189, the 190 and the 491, but also business and global talent visas. We've seen Hong Kong applicants for the global talent visa get responses very fast. The global talent visa. The global talent visa is definitely this year's hottest visa. The government continues to fast-track applicants who have a high income and are now prioritising Hong Kong applicants as well. Waiting times for these fast-track applicants is as short as 2 weeks. Remember, if you want a global talent visa, you'll need an Australian nominator. If you're an engineer, this is now a lot easier as Engineers Australia has become a certified nominating organisation for the Global Talent Program. Watch our latest Global Talent video to find out more about the visa, and if you think you might be eligible, take one of our free online assessments. In fantastic news for engaged couples, the Australian Government has responded to calls for compassion and declared holders of prospective marriage visas who applied 12 months ago are now eligible for a travel ban exemption. Previously, the exemption was only granted to holders of partner visas, so this is a relief for many who have suffered for a long time. For parent visas, however, the news is less positive. With interest in parent visas surging in recent years, the waiting time has gotten much longer. The department will begin processing applications from June 2016 by the end of this year, and they say that they might start looking at July 2016 applications in the next 12 months. If you are looking at parent visas, then you might want to consider other options while you wait. The agricultural visa. The Australian government has promised an agricultural visa by the end of the year, and regulations are being released this month. Since first announcing the visa, the countries it will be open to have changed, and we're still waiting to hear on the final list of eligible nations. You can watch our agricultural visa update video for the latest news. Student visas. Sadly for international students, things are still moving slowly. Deals made between the federal government and the states in the previous months have had to be postponed as Australia deals with a Delta variant of the COVID virus. South Australia is set to proceed with its student return plan soon, but New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland have been badly affected by the virus. Australia had a late start to vaccination, but we are now ploughing ahead, and the plan is to open the borders soon. We know how awful this period has been for everyone stuck overseas. The Murugapan family from Billawilla continue the battle to stay in Australia, with both daughters undergoing continued medical treatment. They await their next hearing in the High Court of Australia in September. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the Afghanistan crisis in this month's news. Australia has been horrified by the reports of the Taliban sweeping to power. The federal government has announced 3,000 protection visas will be made available to those fleeing persecution in Afghanistan. We hope that a larger quota of protection visas for Afghanistan will be announced soon. Australia's immigration program is still being affected by COVID, but as the vaccination program catches up and public patience wears thin, the end is in sight. Hit the subscribe button and watch out for our latest videos. Thanks for watching.